Kia ora and welcome to Pat's Picks, Episode 3. Now this week I've chosen The Book of Souls by Iron Maiden. Released in 2015, this was the 16th studio album by the British heavy metal veterans and was the follow-up to 2010's The Final Frontier. Now with this album you get 3 LPs of music, clocking in at a whopping 92 minutes. Much of the music on this album has a very live feel, and I think this can likely be explained by the fact that a majority of it was composed, rehearsed and recorded in the studio. When this album came out, I was impressed and somewhat surprised by how fresh and spirited the band sound, which is no mean feat 40 years on from their inception. All the classic Iron Maiden hallmarks are there. You've got Steve Harris's galloping P-bass, you've got Adrian Smith and Dave Murray with their acrobatic harmonising guitars, and of course you've got Bruce Dickinson with his soaring vocals. But also there's an emotional depth to this album, which arises perhaps out of a group of musicians who have been performing together for most of their lives, and who at this stage have very little left to prove other than the fact that they can still produce top-class music 4 decades into their careers. My favourite track on this album is the very last track, Empire of the Clouds, which is a epic 18-minute long retelling of the story of the doomed British airship R101, which crashed in France during its maiden voyage in 1930. Bruce Dickinson, who is a pilot and aviation enthusiast himself, has described this song as a big sort of encyclopedic crash report. The last thing I'll mention about this album is the artwork. So in the gatefold you've got this quite impressive Mayan themed artwork, and on the front cover you've got Iron Maiden's old mascot Eddie in full demonic skeletal form. So there you have it. Iron Maiden, The Book of Souls. Pat's Picks, Episode 3.